All right, we'll get started with Virginia. Head coach Brian O'Connor, student athletes Casey Saucke and Harrison Didawick. Coach, you want to start with an opening statement?
Yeah, thanks, Andy. Certainly our team was ready to play today. The offensive output today was impressive, but I can tell you I've been impressed with it all year. It's just from top to bottom. It's a relentless offensive approach, and a lot of guys that can do really special things. Blanco was outstanding in complete control of the game. The one inning where they had runners on first and second, no outs. Him to be able to manage the inning and pitch out of that is something that he has learned in his time this year in our starting rotation, and that's something that's critically important to be a high level starter at this level. And that those two back-to-back outings he's had at Thursday night against Virginia Tech, and then today are two of the absolutely the best outings he's had in our uniform. So that's exciting for our team moving forward, the way he's pitching. And, just the offense was great today, very opportunistic, and the two-strike approach was great. You see some of the home runs and doubles and things with two strikes is a staple of our program that we've been very proud of for a long time, that our guys don't give at bats away, and they certainly change their approach when it gets to two strikes and fight for the team. And today was a terrific example of that. And then finally, we're just looking forward to the opportunity we have Friday morning against Florida State, who has a really good ball club. We haven't played them this year, but it'll be a great matchup, and one of us will advance on. So excited to be here in Charlotte. I love the tournament here for many reasons, and just really proud of our ball club, the way we played today.
Okay, questions?
Yeah, I guess with Evan, the couple innings he encountered some trouble, pitched out of it. You've talked about him learning how to do that. How important was that for you guys today, even as you continue building your lead larger?
Yeah, it's hard to sit here and say that it was really important to win the game because of what we did offensively, but he continues to learn in his opportunities and continue to progress, and that's what it's about. He went out there and did his job, and when he pitched against Georgia Tech at our place 4 weeks ago, he pitched really good baseball other than one inning that he let get out of hand, and they scored 6 runs. Other than that, he shut them out in the other innings. And so he didn't, when he pitched against them last time, manage the situation. And that's something, again, that I think he's continued to learn and just go out there and do his job and make pitches. And it played true today, in this tournament. Listen, this is a very offensive ball club or offensive ballpark. And I love the tournament being here. Candidly, I love to see it here every year. But, to go out there and throw 6 shutout innings in this ballpark is something special, no matter what the score is.
What was the decision, I guess, to start him today?
Yeah.
Instead of Friday, which as you kind of pointed out is the big one.
Sure. Listen, being in this tournament 21 years and just, I don't know, probably the last 16 or so have been this pool play. I've learned a lot over the years. Sometimes we've pitched off in the so-called meaningless game, right? And sometimes we've just pitched it in order, and decided this year that the right thing for this team where we're at right now is to win the game in front of us. Certainly we were able to save our bullpen, and we're at full strength on Friday. And I just wanted, after last weekend, really wanted us just to continue to play really good winning baseball. And that is starting Evan Blanco, and then, starting somebody else on Friday to give us a chance to advance on. So just really kind of a win the one in front of you. And, listen, we're in the midst of trying to play for an ACC championship, but you're also looking at what goes on next weekend, the potential opportunities you might have. And, winning every game that you can possibly win here in Charlotte, I think makes a difference.
Go ahead, Aaron.
Casey, both mentioned kind of the offensive approach for this team being just the hallmark of the program for 2 decades now. And I'm curious if you could shed some light on what it is about the staff, how they're able to teach hitting in the way that they do so that this is the case every year. I mean, this team obviously is maybe one of the best offensive teams they've had here, but it seems like we say that every year. What is it like? How do they do it? How are you guys able to be this consistent year in and year out?
Yeah, that's a great question. And I think that's a tribute to Coach O'Connor and Coach Mack. We practice just how we play. We practice hard every single day. And when you practice like that and you teach, you have core values of a program that they help us learn. We have a culture here. And it's very meaningful. And when you practice how you play every day and you have such a high intensity, it just translates over to the field naturally. And as I said, that's a tribute to them, and it comes easy as players.
I would add to that, Aaron, to say, if you would have attended our practice yesterday morning at 11 a.m., you might be like, wow, they practiced that hard before the first game of the ACC tournament. And speaking to what Casey's talking about, even though we're on the road at a high school, we're gonna practice the same way that we are, when we're home, because there's a certain mentality that it takes to have a championship level program, number one. But every one of these guys aspires to take their game at the next level. And if you aspire to take your game to the next level and you have talent and skill, the greatest quality you can learn while you're in our uniform is how to work. Because when you get in A ball, double A, and trying to advance to the big leagues, you're looking to your right and left, and there's talent everywhere. What separates people? And we have the platform to teach our guys for 3 years, 4 years, however long they're with us. That great quality that I think once they go take their skills to the next level, help separate them.
Harrison, have you had a chance to talk to Jake at all since, you were getting close, you tied it today. What's that feeling like? And have you had a chance to text or anything with Jake?
Yeah, I have not talked with him at all yet. I'm sure we'll talk later, but it was a great feeling, of course, but it was a better feeling that we got the team win and that we're moving on to Friday and we're gonna attack them on Friday. So
Harrison, that's 5 straight games with a homer, back-to-back at bats, I guess, with a couple Saturday nights homer with today's second inning homer. Are you seeing the ball well? What's working for you here? You're pretty simple.
just staying consistent, being confident in myself and just trying to see a good pitch to hit. And the coaches, they're very confident in us and they just let us, play hard and just be aggressive, and that's what I've been doing. So
What are you seeing, Harrison?
I see a guy that's, if you're into home runs, which we all are, they're great, is tied for the, single season record at UVA, and the coach decides to write him in the 6 hole. There's probably a lot of you writers that are shaking their heads saying, what are we doing? But our offense, the way it's designed, works that way. And what I see out of him individually is a young man that's taken the lessons and learns that he had last year in our uniform and played a lot as a true freshman, played in Omaha, and decided last summer and this fall to really work his tail off and get as stronger and as physical as he could be. And it's made a difference in who he is as a player. And, his confidence levels greater because of it. He reminds me a lot of the center fielder that we had some time ago by the name of Jarrett Parker that didn't hit any home runs his freshman year and got himself in the weight room, and it changed his game. I think maybe he hit 15, 16, 17 home runs the next year, his sophomore year. And, when you work hard and you spend the time and you got a passion for the game and you have a certain skill level, you're rewarded for it. And but most importantly, I think you're rewarded with elite level self-confidence, and that's what you need at the highest level of college baseball and beyond to ultimately be successful and realize what your talent, your skill level is.
Coach, Evan Blanco only threw 80 pitches. Was that the plan to rest him with that type of a lead, or is there a chance he can come back on Sunday if you advance that far?
You know, there was not really a plan on pitches, you know, there would have been nothing wrong with him running it up to 100 pitches if that's what it took to win the game. Because he had plenty of rest, but you know, when we had control of the game and though he is at 80, Coach Dickinson and I talked and said, listen, he's done his job. This would be a great opportunity to get a young freshman out there who we're going to need, whether it be the rest of this tournament or next weekend and beyond. And so it was a combination of things, but we didn't go into the game with any preset pitch count or anything like that. I haven't even thought about like bringing somebody back Sunday. You know, I can tell you that those of you that know my history of making those decisions, you would never see Evan Blanco on the mound on Sunday.
Anybody else?
Casey, one more for you. I mean, over the years, I feel like we've seen you really drive the ball middle away a lot. Maybe you can drop the bat a couple times, turn the ball. Just where are you right now with your offensive approach, using all fields? And do you feel like you're about as locked in as you've been?
Yeah, I feel great. You know, I just do my thing out there. I try not to think too hard. I try to play free and easy, and you know, you're going to get out as a hitter sometimes. You know, sometimes you're going to feel good on the inner half. Sometimes you'll feel good on the outer half. I mean, that's part of the game, and you know, you're not going to be perfect as a hitter all the time, but you know, I can tell you right now that I feel great, and this team feels great, and you know, we're rolling with that into Friday, and just we're playing good baseball. That's all you can ask for.
It's good. Gentlemen, thank you.